Good afternoon. So let me share the entire screen, what we are going to see. So this will be lecture number 20. I think I have counted. It's a 20 lecture. And for unit, we require 15 lecture. Means we are going slow. So today we are discussing the section basis and dimension. At the end of these sections, you are able to find the basis for vector space, and you are able to find the dimension of any vector space. This is aim of this section. You must know what is the basis, how to find basis vector for any vector space. Once you find the basis vector, then easily we can discuss what is the dimension of this vector. So this is important part of linear algebra. So firstly, we discuss what is basis. Basis of vector space. If P is any vector space, or for this course where our feed is real number, but I must call it as any feed F. V is any vector space over feed F, and this basis is subset of V. So I must take B vector, B set of vectors from V, V1, small v2, and small vn. B or is any this is any set of vectors in V. Just set of vectors. या सेटला आपल्याला बेसिस म्हणायचं. Then B is called basis for vector space V if we must have two conditions for that B. So what are the two conditions? I am writing here. And there are two conditions we have discussed in the last section. That is, in the two conditions in last two sections we have discussed. The first condition is that B must be linearly independent. Linearly independent. What do you mean by this set is linearly independent? Means there exists scalars alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha r, and the relation linear combination of this vector with this alpha equal to 0, it holds only if all scalars are 0. That is the linear independent definition. And second is B spans V. The linear span of B is V. B spans V. That what it means? Every vector in V, every is important. Every vector in V is a linear combination. Every vector in V is linear combination of vectors in V. So in that case, B is called basis for vector space V. So simply B is linearly independent and B spans V means it is a basis. Now we must discuss the example for some example for this. Suppose vector space is a two-dimensional space. We have written like this: x, y are real number, and field is real number. And what are bases? And how many are there? How many basis sets are there? For any vector space, basis can be many. It is not fixed. Once vector space is infinite, we have infinite number of basis sets. So for this example, I am taking standard vector. Suppose I will take b1 as 1 comma 0. This we have been discussed in the last one of the classes. So this is a vector from R2. Is it linearly independent? I call it as U. Or since it is standard E1, E2. E1 means first place 1 raised 0. E2 means second place 1 raised 0. So alpha E1 plus beta E2 equal to 0, 0 only if alpha beta is 0. And you can solve this. E1 is 1, 0. So alpha comma 0 and 0 comma beta, that is alpha beta equal to 0. So this is linearly independent, and any vector x, y, and v, xy can be written as x into E1 plus y into E2. E1 is 0 comma 1, E2 is 1, E1 is 1 comma 0, E2 is 0 comma 1. So that means xy always belongs to the span of this B1. So this B1 spans R2. This B1 spans R2, and B1 is linearly independent implies this is the basis. B1 is linearly independent and spans R2 implies B1 is basis for B. So what it means? Number of elements in the basis. Now next term we will going to define later, but at this time I will tell what is my dimension. Dimension means the number of elements in the basis. Now I can have another basis element also. Non-trivial basis element I should take. Suppose B2. If I'll take 1 comma 2, and here second vector you take. Just take that. They should not be linearly dependent. We know how two vectors are independent. So we should take vectors such that it is not dependent on this. So I will take it as a 1 comma 3. They are not independent. They are independent. One can easily check alpha of this first vector plus beta of second vector equal to 0. We call this as U, this as V, and then solve this. So alpha of 1 comma 2 plus beta of 1 comma 3, this is 0 comma 0. This implies alpha plus beta and 2 alpha plus 3 beta is the vector addition equal to 0, 0. Two vectors are equal if and only if the corresponding component matches. So solve this simultaneously. One can easily solve this and get alpha beta as 0. Multiply this equation by 2 and subtract it. It gives minus beta equal to 0. And if beta is 0, then alpha becomes 0. It's independent. It's independent. The way. So 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 3 is linearly independent. B1. It's B2. I think we have given name to B2. And each vector in R2 you must write. आता प्रत्येक जण घेऊ शकत नाही, आपण ते एक रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह घ्यायचा. रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह कोणता घ्यायचा? एक्स आणि वाय ऐवजी मी ए कॉमा बी म्हणतो. For any a comma b in R2, find alpha and beta such that a comma b is alpha times u plus beta times b. You need to find this alpha beta. For this a and b are given. मग a and b कोणते नंबर असू शकतात तुमच्या? A and b can be any number. So the same system I am writing alpha plus beta equal to a. After simply we have written just instead of a comma b we have written 0, 0 there. So alpha plus beta is A, and 2 alpha plus 3 beta is B. And A and B can be anything. You need to solve this simultaneously. Just multiply by 2 and subtract it. 2 alpha plus 3 beta is the second equation. So 2 alpha minus 2 alpha, 2 beta minus, it is just beta, equal to A minus B. So beta is B minus A. And what is value of alpha then? It is A minus beta. That means A minus B minus A. So value of alpha is 2A minus B. So in this way, A comma B is written as alpha times. What is alpha value of A? 2A minus B into U. What is value of beta? It is B minus A into V. Once you simplify it by putting the value of U is 1 comma 2 and value of V is 1 comma 3. By putting this, any A and B can be written. Whatever, आता हा कॅल्क्युलेटर आहे तुमचा. A आणि B काय असेल, समजा A आणि B 0 0 घेतले तर हे 0 0 येईल. 1 1 घेतले त्याप्रमाणे व्हॅल्यू बदलते. उदाहरण 1 1. So all this is true for all AB. You can find alpha and beta such that AB is in a linear combination of B2. That means B2 spans vector space V. V2 spans and it is linearly independent, implies what it implies, it is a basis. So in this way you can calculate basis for R2. So I have shown 2. You can have many more. Just select the system such that what system you should select. If I write in this in matrix form, if I write this in matrix form for this example, it is 1 1 2 3. Your determinant should be non-zero. So such you can take. And how many pair will be there? Suppose it is 2 comma 2, then determinant will be 0. It will be dependent. So you should take 2 pairs such that they are independent, means better to take determinant is 0. So A, B and C, D are the basis if and only if their determinant is non-zero. And you have so many pair of points A, B comma C, D such that determinant non-zero. So there are infinitely many bases for R2. But among them, these two are there. The first one is called standard basis. What it means? When you write E suffix I, ith place is 1 and the rest places are 0. This is the ith place. When you consider standard form, it may be R3, it may be Rn. You are writing the standard form basis. So dimension of this R2 is 2, as we define the dimension, number of element in the basis, and any two bases of same number of element, that also we are going to discuss later as a result. So before that, we have to start with one important theorem. Whatever expression of a linear combination, that must be unique. So I write theorem statement. If B is, once again same B I am taking, P1, P2, Vn. Is a basis for vector space V. Then every vector V in capital V, every vector V in capital V can be expressed. I am writing statement of this theorem, can be expressed in the form V equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus and Cn Vn in exactly one way, or uniquely one can say in exactly one way. So let us discuss proof of this. Take different color for proof. Just it is given that B is basis. I'm not writing set S, set B is there. B is basis for vector space V. What it means, that is B is linearly independent. Basis अर्थ लिखते बघते तुम्ही. B is linearly independent. B is linearly independent. I call it as first condition. And B spans V. B spans V means what? Every vector in V is written as linear combination of elements in B. So for any V in V by condition 2, we must have V belongs to the span of B by 2, this by this. B spans V म्हणजे काय? V चा प्रत्येक वेक्टर B च्या एलिमेंटचे लिनियर कॉम्बिनेशन लिहिता येतो. मग आता V वेक्टर स्पेस मधलं आपल्याला फॉर ऑल साठी दाखवायचं एव्हरी वेक्टर. तर V is any element in the vector space V. That means V and L of B are the same set. That means small v belongs to L of B. That is, there exist scalars. Definition of linear combination C1, C2, Cn. There exist scalars such that this V small element V is written as C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus and so on Cn Vn. I call it as 3 equations, and we want to show that 3 is representation of 3 is unique. This you need to prove unique representation. This representation has to be unique. That we want to prove. Since B spans V means every vector in B is written as linear combination of vectors in B. So vectors in B are V1, V2, Vn. So as V is any vector in B, it must be in linear span of B. By the definition of linear span, V is written as linear combination of vectors in B. That's why. Now we need to show that this representation is unique, and you know how to show unique. The uniqueness can be checked by considering 2. Suppose there are 2 representation of V. Suppose there are 2 representation of V, they show that they are unique. Now बेसिसची एक कंडिशन वापरली आपण B spans V ची. आता आपल्याला दुसरी कंडिशन कशी वापरायची ते पुढे पाहूयात. आता हे रिप्रेझेंटेशन दाखवायचं आहे. Suppose another representation. Suppose there is another representation. Suppose that V has another representation. This is not actually another, is one and the same. पण आपण assume करतोय. Suppose V has another representation as V equal to, I call it as V1 V1 plus V2 V2 and so on Vn Vn. And I just subtract this 3 from 4. But I get C1 V1 plus C2 V2 and so on Cn Vn. This is subtracted from 4 is subtracted from 3. So what is this subtraction? In the vector space axioms, you can collect the terms. So coefficient of V1, C1 V1 minus V1 V1. So C1 minus V1 into V1. This is 0. Second term C2 minus B2 into V2, and so on. Last term, Cn minus Bn into Vn. So it implies आता इक्वेशन 1 कडे आता काय आलं काय केलं आपण इथे आपण अशा सिच्युएशन आलो की अल्फा 1 v1 प्लस अल्फा 2 v2 plus and so on alpha n vn equal to 0, and v1 v2 vn are linearly independent. So what it implies, all the alpha 1 must be 0, all has to be 0. So what is value of alpha 1? Value of alpha 1 is c1 minus b1, which is must be equal to c2 minus b2, and lastly it must be equal to cn minus bn, that is alpha n. So what it implies? It implies now all are equal to 0. These two are not equal. I am not saying these two are equal. All are 0. All 0 means c1 v1 is same, c2 b2 is same, and so on. Cn minus bn is same. So what it implies, 3 and 4 are not different. This is not another. It will not another. It will be the same thing because v1 is c1, b2 is c2, and bn is cn. Means whenever we have another representation for v, whenever we have another representation for v, that representation has to be unique. A representation काय असेल? Unique असेल. And if you find any difficulty, please mention in the chat box. Mention in the chat box, and I will ask you to mark your attendance right now. Mark your attendance from 13:25 to within 2 minutes. You should mark your attendance. You have 2 minutes. Later attendance will not be considered. And if somebody left, his attendance also will not be considered. At present, 33 people are there. So till then, I will write another definition. At present, not definition of dimension. We have the coordinates vector related to basis V. You can refer page number 34 and 35 for the definition and theorem for this. So we have 1 minute to mark your attendance. One minute to mark your attendance. Okay, we have discussed the basis. What do you mean by basis? It is a linearly independent set, and it always spans V. And we have also said that whatever expression of elements of V, that expression has to be unique. So picking out this fact of expression in terms of unique vectors in V, uniquely we can express, you can correlate with the coordinates of V. Suppose I will just explain by example. Suppose in the previous example that we have discussed, we have this basis as a vector. These vectors are basis for R2. So, and V, you take any. Suppose I take V as 3 and 4. Then I must write coordinate of V related to basis V. Related to basis V. What it means? You have to express this V as linear combination of the vectors. I call it as E1, and this as E2. So alpha E1 plus beta E2. So these coordinates will be the alpha comma beta. This is B. So this is the definition. So what is value of alpha for this? V is 3 comma 4, and one can write this as addition of these two vectors like this. So it means 3 into first vector plus 4 into second vector. You should maintain the order. What order is given in your basis. So 3 comma 4, if 3 comma 4 is your vector, its coordinate related to this basis is also 3 comma 4. That's why it is called standard. स्टँडर्ड केव्हा म्हणायचं जेव्हा त्याचे कॉर्डिनेट्स तोच वेक्टर येत असेल तेव्हाच. पण आता ते जर आपण दुसरा बेसिस घेतला असता मगाशी घेतलेला, तो कोणता बेसिस होता दुसरा? 1,2 आणि 1,3. एकाला यू म्हटलं होतं आणि याला व्ही म्हटलं होतं. तर हाच 3,4 काय असेल विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस B2? हा अल्फा बीटा असेल. तर तुम्हाला अल्फा बीटाची किमती फाइंड करायच्या. म्हणजे काय करायचं? 3,4 ला एक्सप्रेस करायचं तुम्ही अल्फा टाइम्स यू प्लस बीटा टाइम्स बी, आणि हे ज्या अल्फा आणि बीटाची किमती असतील त्या इथे ठेवायच्या. तर तिथं 3,4 येणार नाही, म्हणून याला स्टँडर्ड म्हणतो आपण. स्टँडर्ड येणार आपल्याला माहिती आहे. आणि आपण अल्फा आणि बीटाची किमती काढलेल्या आहे. समजा हा ए कॉमा बी असेल तर आपण काय केलं तर वरती हा ए कॉमा बी असेल तर यूचं कोएफिशियंट काय घेतलं होतं आपण? वरती जाऊन पाहावं लागेल मला आता. तो यू काय घेतलं होतं आपण? इथं इथं दिले बघा. अल्फाची किंमत आली ती 2a मायनस बी, आणि बीटाची किंमत काय आली ती बी मायनस ए. 2a मायनस बी आणि बी मायनस ए. इट इज 2a minus b plus b minus a into b. So how 3,4 can be expressed, or what can solve? Again, you can consider the linear system and solve it. Since it is basis, it is always consistent. It has unique solution as we are represented in unique way. It's always consistent with unique solutions. That's why I have taken determinant non-zero. If you correlate with the matrix algebra, then you can see. So value of a is 3 and value of b is 4. So what is 2a minus b? 2a minus b is 6 minus 4 means 2. So this is 2 times u. And what is b minus a? It is 4 minus 3. Means it is 1. So you just need to check whether your calculations are correct by putting this. So it is 2 comma 4 plus 1 comma 3. So it's getting different thing. काय चुकलं बघा इथे चार्टमध्ये मेन्शन केलं. विशाल वाघमरे, अटेंडन्स कन्सिडर होणार नाही तुझी आजची. इथं काय चुकलं बघा आपलं 2a मायनस बी काय येतोय? A is 3, so 6 minus 4, that is 2, and b minus a, b minus a should be 1. 2 and 1 हे बरोबर आहेत ना कॅल्क्युलेशन? हे 2 plus 1, इथं काय बोलतोय? b minus a काय आला? म्हणजे आपण वरती कॅल्क्युलेट केलं चूक आहे. समजा आपण जे b मायनस ए काढलंय अल्फा बीटाची किंमत, ते कॅल्क्युलेशन आपल्याकडून चुकलेलं असं आपण ह्याला पुन्हा एकदा सॉल्व्ह करू इथे. So don't consider this, or a vector might be taken different. So you can resolve it once again by considering the linear system of equations. Attendance who mark after 128 will not be marked for the attendance. त्यांची अटेंडन्स लागणार नाही. तर पहा इथं अल्फा इंटू 1,2 प्लस बीटा इंटू 1,3 हा आपण 3,4 असं लिहितो, आणि अल्फा आणि बीटाची किमती काढायची आपल्याला. तर अल्फा प्लस बीटाची किंमत 3 आहे आणि 2 बीटा प्लस नॉट बीटा इट इज 2 अल्फा प्लस 3 बीटाची किंमत 4 आहे. हे सॉल्व करा कोणतरी पटकन आणि आन्सर सांगा अल्फा बीटा. Multiply by 2 and subtract it. So 2 alpha gets cancelled. 2 beta minus 3 beta, it is minus beta, and 4 minus 3, it is 1. So beta should be मगाशी a b minus a तो a minus b पाहिजे होता ॲक्च्युली. तीच आपली मिस्टेक झाली इथे. बीटाची किंमत -1 आली आणि अल्फाची किंमत काय येईल आता? बीटाची किंमत -1 आली तर अल्फाची किंमत ही काय येते? 4 येते. म्हणजे आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की 3,4 can be written as alpha into u plus beta into v. So value of alpha is 4 and value of beta is -1. One can easily check out whether our calculations are correct or not. So coordinate of 3,4 are related to basis, second basis. It is 4, -1. तोच नाही आहे हे आपल्याला काढायचं होतं. तर डेफिनेशन केली मी. तुम्हाला अगोदर बेसिस वेक्टर दिले असेल v1 v2 vn. आताच्याच रिझल्ट प्रमाणे आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की वेक्टर स्पेसचा प्रत्येक एलिमेंट तुम्हाला त्या बेसिस वेक्टरच्या एलिमेंटच्या लिनियर कॉम्बिनेशनमध्ये युनिकली लिहिता येतो. त्या युनिकनेसचा टर्म वापरला आपण. जे काय स्केलर काढणार आहेत C1 C2 Cn किंवा अल्फा अल्फा टू अल्फा ते स्केलर युनिक्स आहेत. ऑर्डर इथं महत्वाची आहे. पहिला वेक्टर पहिलाच द्यायचा असं म्हणायचं नाही, पहिल्याला यंत म्हणायचं नाही. जे तुम्हाला एक्झाम्पलमध्ये थेरमध्ये जी ऑर्डर दिली म्हणजे v1 v1 v2 vn त्याच ऑर्डरने ते कोएफिशियंट काढायचे. अल्फा 1 अल्फा 2 समजा आता मी डेफिनेशन करतो याची. समजा हा बेसिस आहे वेक्टर स्पेसचा u1 u2 un. u म्हणा किंवा v म्हणा, हे बेसिस आहे. तर व्हीचा प्रत्येक वेक्टर वरच्या थेरमप्रमाणे आपल्याला काय करतो तो युनिकली रिप्रेझेंट करतो. अल्फा 1 u1 प्लस अल्फा 2 u2 प्लस अल्फा n un. जसं इथं ऑर्डर दिली u1 u2 u1 त्याच ऑर्डर इथं लिहायचं. तर इथं हा व्हीचा कोऑर्डिनेट रिलेटेड टू तोच बेसिस काय असेल? अल्फा 1 अल्फा 2 अल्फा n. आणि ज्या ठिकाणी हा बेसिस स्टँडर्ड असतो, एक्झाम्पल पहिला आपण ज्या ठिकाणी हा बेसिस स्टँडर्ड असतो त्या ठिकाणी कोऑर्डिनेट रिलेटेड टू स्टँडर्ड बेसिस विल बी द सेम थिंग. किंवा जिथे ज्या ज्या सिच्युएशनला व्ही इक्वल टू व्ही येतो तो बेसिस काय म्हणायचा? स्टँडर्ड. अदरवाईज इट इज जनरल. सो दोन आपण 3,4ला 3,4चे कोऑर्डिनेट स्टँडर्ड बेसिस काढले, 3,4च आले. आणि 3,4चे कोऑर्डिनेट बेसिस घेतला होता आपण 1 2 आणि 1,3 हे आले. तर असे तुम्ही एक असंख्य एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व्ह करू शकता. पुढचं एक एक्झाम्पल लिहितो तुम्हाला सोडवण्यासाठी. आता R2 वर भरपूर झालं, आपण R3 कडे जाऊयात. कॅल्क्युलेशन वाढूयात थोडे. R3 आणि इथं स्टँडर्ड दिलेत बघा. आय म्हणजे कोण? आय म्हणजे 1 0 0 ज्याला मी E1 सुद्धा म्हणू शकतो. आणि जे म्हणजे कोण? युनिट वेक्टर अलॉंग एक्स ॲक्सिस आपण वेक्टर कॅल्क्युलसमध्ये म्हणतो पाहायला असेल. हा E2 असेल नोटेशनमध्ये, स्टँडर्ड नोटेशनमध्ये. आणि के हा काय असेल? 0 0 1. वन्स अगेन स्टँडर्ड बेसिस. याला E1 E2 आणि E3 असं सुद्धा नाव काही बुकमध्ये दिलं असेल किंवा पुढे त्याचं नाव असं सुद्धा देऊ शकतो. तर हा लिनिअरली इंडिपेंडेंट आहे, तुम्ही इझिली चेक करू शकता. आणि हा बेसिस पण आहे, हे पण तुम्हाला चेक करायचं आहे. लिनिअर इंडिपेंडेंट बेसिस आहे. तर कोणताही पॉईंट घेतला ABC तो तुम्हाला A इंटू आय प्लस B इंटू जे प्लस C इंटू के असं आपण लिहिलेलं आहे वेक्टर फिजिकल वेक्टरमध्ये, वेक्टर कॅल्क्युलसमध्ये असं तुम्ही लिहित असाल. तर A, B, G is written as linear combination of this IJK. These are the standard vectors. If you use the notation this E1, E2, they're also okay. And so coordinate of this ABC related to this basis is again ABC because it is a standard basis. तर हे एक एक्झाम्पल आहे, पेज नंबर 35 वर दिलेलं आहे. आणखी एक एक्झाम्पल आहे पेज नंबर 35 वरती, त्याला जनरलाइज केलं. आता हा झाला 3 स्पेस, 3 वेक्टर स्पेस, 3 डायमेन्शन असलेला. त्याला आपण असंही म्हणू शकतो स्टँडर्ड फॉर्ममध्ये. समजा आर्यन आहे, तर आर्यनचे स्टँडर्ड बेसिस काय असतील? E1 फर्स्ट प्लेस 1, बाकी सर्व 0. नंतर E2 मीन्स सेकंड प्लेस 1, रेस्ट ऑल 0 अँड सो ऑन En. आर्यनची डायमेन्शन एन असेल एवढं लक्षात घ्यायचं. तर आपण काल रिझल्टमध्ये पाहिले जर वेक्टरच्या आर्य एन पेक्षा वेक्टरची संख्या जास्त असेल तर तो कंपल्सरी काय होता, लिनियरली डिपेंडंट. एक्झॅक्टली एन नंबर ऑफ वेक्टर्स will be I am not saying perfectly, maybe linearly dependent, but more than n vector they are always dependent. So this is standard basis for Rn. In the generalized केलं मी.